Carducci, and I'm going to be doing a live, from life portrait of Nick today. I want to say a thing or two about working from life, because this is one of my issues. I see a lot of paintings of portraits during the year, and it's clear that a lot of them are done copying photographs. And so I think it's important to emphasize that people who are starting out learning to paint portraits need to work from life, need to draw from life, need to paint from life before starting to use photographs as references. And there are a number of reasons for that. You get distortions of values, and which we'll talk about as the day goes on, distortions of color, edges, things like that, that are really important. And there are two essentials in doing portraits. One is that it has to be a likeness of the person that you're painting. And secondly, it needs to have intrinsic value as a work of art. One of the best tools that an artist has, and is very inexpensive, is to squint down. And by squinting down, I don't mean closing one eye and looking through the other eye. I mean squinting down to the point where you're letting very little light in. And it's to the point where you don't see any details at all. And that will give you the large shadow pattern, the dark and light pattern. And that's the foundation of your work. And then you get the, and I haven't left room here for that, and that's going to help. I haven't left room for the upper lid. See how nice and forgiving this is? Okay, so the upper lid is about in here. The fold of the upper lid is about there. And then we get the eye here. And see how it comes down at a slow angle here? And then the iris. And then the lower lid in here. That looks much better to me. I'm going to start with the color now, and I'm going to start with hard pastels. And the reason for using hard pastels at this point is because I don't want to fill up the tooth too quickly. And hard pastels don't cost as much, and they're not going to fill up the tooth. So we'll start with that. And I'm not particularly concerned at this point with the color, although I see them as fairly brown in here as the local color. But I am concerned at this point with the values. And let's see where the nostril will be. The nostril will be right about there. And now this begins to look a little bit more like him, I think. While I have this rosy color, I'm going to put it right in here on the top of his upper lip. And then I might just as well go with more of that on the lower lip. Let's see. Not bad. Now, this is the point at which you can start to have some fun.